Hey everybody, it's Michelle and welcome back to Sweet Pea Farm NY. I haven't checked in with you guys in a while and I thought I would just kind of do a farm update and show you what's going on. We're getting our garden ready to be planted. We've got about a month before our last frost date. So we are zone 4A over here in upstate New York, but we've been doing a lot of fence work and we got a new pig and working on the garden. So I thought I'd show you guys a little bit of what's going on. So we've been working on getting the garden beds cleaned out, weeded out, and I put some plastic on ones that don't have anything in them just to get the soil to warm up quicker. I'll take that plastic off before I plant in it. But this bed has garlic and peas in it already. This bed I was going to put the peas in, so I didn't put plastic on it, but I decided to put them over there instead. And so we have strawberries in that bed, and that's why that one doesn't have plastic on it. And then these beds, same thing. These are like my pumpkin squash beds. And I'm adding a new one in. That's where that compost is right there. And we've got compost over there that I'd had up against the barn from cleaning out stuff in the winter. And those are the berry bushes that are coming back. There's lots of baby shoots of raspberry bushes down there, and I'm really kind of regretting where I put them because it's right in the middle of the garden, but I'm not confident enough to transplant them yet, so it's not what I'm going to do. And the apple trees are doing well. They have little blossoms on them, or little, not blossoms, but what do you call blooms, I guess. And not blooms, they're not flowers. I don't know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Like, they're starting to get these little hoodillies on here. So it's exciting because I was afraid they'd die the first year. So those are the girls' show lambs that they're letting graze in the dog yard. Here's my flower bulbs. All those are going to be tulips, but they just haven't blossomed yet. We've had really a cold spring. And today it's beautiful out, but we're going to have a week of rain after this. But hopefully it'll stay like in the 50s and not go back down to 30s and 40s, because that's what we've been dealing with. And we moved, the goats are in this pasture now. And you can see I've got a premier net up there. So after our big bout of rain, I'm going to move them to the other side of that electronet. And then they'll rotate to a quarter of that field over here. And I'll have it cut in half with the electronet. And then this one, and then it'll be about a month and they'll go back into the one that they're in now. So they're pretty happy being out here and getting some fresh air. There's a mature doe in there with them because she weaned her baby. So she was off duty and she was able to get out and get some fresh air. So let's go check out the new buck pen and the new pig. So this is the new buck pen. We built this little pen, just a spot for the boys, buck and rams really, to be able to get outside and have some space when they're not needing to be with ewes or does. The ducks like to go in there and mess around. But so he has a lady friend with him right now because he was really unhappy when we moved him out here by himself, and my rams need to be shorn before I can put them out here. So he loves to eat the cedar bark. But so yeah, this is his little hut. Gives him a little windbreak and shelter from any rain. And he's just in this little paddock, and there's a little electricity around the bottom to keep him in there because God knows the goats need electricity. He is the sweetest buck we've ever had. We bought him at a sale barn, which is not like the greatest idea. Peacocks. But he's so sweet. He's huge and he's super sweet. I mean, I wouldn't go in there and play catch with him, but he's very nice. Huh, big guy? So I told you guys that we had done an expansion on the pig pen, and with the hopes of getting a boar soon. And since you guys have seen the pig pen expansion, we got the boar, and I'm so delighted with him. I was nervous about bringing a boar onto the farm because the last breeding pair I had, they never had piglets. I think because I raised them together, and some people say if pigs are raised together, they like don't look at each other that way or something. So they never had piglets in the several years I had them, and the boar was super aggressive. He had big tusks and he was really aggressive. So when my female passed away from old age, I ended up sending him to another farm because I didn't want him around the kids. So I was nervous about getting another boar, but I still really wanted piglets, and we love the Cooney Coon pigs because they're great outside on grass. We can move them around with electronet and it's not a problem. So let's go meet Wilbur. So this is Wilbur, and there's Willow, who's like the boss pig. Not Willow. But he's a complete teddy bear. He's a big softie, and I'm pretty sure he's already covered the girls, so hopefully that means piglets in the late summer, early fall. I didn't want to wait too long because everybody knows in upstate New York it gets cold pretty quick, but it's warmer than it has been here, so everybody's kind of just lounging around, soaking up the sun, but he's a total teddy bear. The peacocks are also lounging. So hopefully we'll have piglets in the fall or late summer. He's having a rough day. Oh, Wilbur. But I just love him. He's like so sweet and so mellow. So the sheep are still out on the same pasture. I've started shearing. You could see some of them. I'm not a professional shearer, but I get the wool off and they're comfortable and it's all good. So once the grass finally starts growing, as you can see, I've had them blocked in this little paddock right here, and they just get fed hay and grain out there. The grass just needs to get taller. I don't like putting them out until the grass is more like 4 inches tall. And then they'll be rotated just kind of like the goats. I got a Gallagher electronet fence. Jason over at Big Bear helped me out, and I finally found the Gallagher fencing, the electronet fencing. And so I'm going to use that in the far pasture and split that in half so that I can, you know, focus them on one part and let the other part grow taller and then move them. And then I'll do the same with this pasture right here and cut it in half. And then I can also use the electronet because Gallagher's fence rolls are 164 feet instead of just 100 like the Premier. So I can use that to put small groups of sheep up in the front to graze around, and that way we don't have to mow and they have lots of fresh grass. So I'm hoping that works out. What are you girls doing? So that's pretty much my update for today, guys. I just wanted to touch base. Thank you so much to the many people who helped us reach our 1,000 subscribers last week. That was super exciting and something I kind of didn't ever think was going to happen, and all of a sudden it just did. So I know a lot of people were super supportive and shared us, and I'm grateful for that so much, and might even actually get a camera to shoot videos on now instead of just using my phone like I've been doing. Maybe, I don't know, but always lots of farm ventures that need investing in too, so we'll see. But thanks for hanging out with me today, guys. I really appreciate everyone stopping by. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up and share it with your friends, and if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And if you guys have any questions or anything you want to see more about, let me know below, because sometimes when there's not a ton really happening on the farm, it's great to have suggestions of what people are interested to hear more about. So I hope everybody has a great rest of your day. Thanks so much, guys.